Hello guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Martin Unix. Today we are going to do a quick style for our beginners. It's a style which will be done on wigs. You can call them lunch locs ones, which are extensions that we did there before. So guys, welcome to my channel. Like, more, comment and share to your friends. Today I'm going to show you a tutorial on how you can quickly style wigs, or else in other words, how you can quickly give lunch locks which seems to be voluminous, a decent look. I've already done the retwist, and if you want to know how to do the retwist, put that on the comment section. Next time I'm gonna give a tutorial on how to do the retwist on these extended wigs, or else lunch locks. So today let's touch more on the styling part. So it's gonna be a beginner's style. We are going to do inverted fishtail braid, and our inverted fishtail braid is going to consist of 3 sections. So we are going to do 3 sections, one at the side, at the center, and the other side, just to balance our styling. So let's quickly begin. We are going to kick off with this side, the left side. Let's do so. So pick your first strand. It's gonna be inverted. And why, guys? If you do the invisible or visible fishtail braids, they will give a lifted style. So on our case, we want our lock strands to lie as much as possible on the scalp surface in order to avoid lifting the lock strands, thus giving our look a large volume. So we need to minimize the volume as much as possible, considering that the lock strands are large. So let's do the inverted fishtail braid, which usually lies low on the scalp surface. So you begin by laying the first strand, just that way, guys, on the scalp surface. Pick the next strand, interlace that way. Pick the third strand, interlace, forming that pattern. Now, upon reaching this part, incorporate some of the lock strands which seems to be under the styling. Just incorporate them to the rest of the lock strands on the braid formation. That way. Now pick, we have just incorporated this strand to the left side. So now we have 2 strands on each side. Pick this section here. Let it come over once. Remember, guys, whenever we are doing the inverted fishtail braids, we don't draw a finger eight. We usually, cross the lock strands once, that way. Just do it once, that way. And move on, guys, move on. Remember, these are lunch lock strands. So, move on. Pick the next section, that way. Now, incorporate a lock strand from underneath. Incorporate lock strands from underneath as you move on. If there are any lock strands which seems to be underneath the styling, incorporate them. So on this part, I'm gonna pick a lock strand from underneath, that way, just to to keep our pattern persistent. That is, just to keep our pattern consistent. You need to observe that. Remember, the pattern is what brings in the rhythm, that way. So let's continue all the way down, that way. This is just a quick style for our beginners. It might also be a high opener to our pro stylists. So guys, this is how you style lock strands which seems to be with large volume, just to give ultimate look all the way. I change the positioning a little bit so that you can see where I'm trying to fix, that way, all the way to this particular part. Now upon reaching this part, I'm gonna try as much as possible and secure our styling at this part. So let's do so. I'm gonna use yarn to secure the styling at this part. We are going to duplicate the same on the other side. Okay, so that's our first sectioning. We are done with the right side. Now we are at the left side. Let's duplicate the same as we did on the other side, just to keep our style well balanced. Pick the first section, let it lie low on the scarf surface. Pick the next strand as usual. Guys, pick the strand from underneath and incorporate it to the right side. That way, pick this strand here, let it come over. Now we have, two sections on both sides. Pick this section here. Make sure you realign your lock strands. Guys, remember that the lock strands are large in volume, so make sure you align the lock strands on the scalp surface as you move on. That way. So pick additional lock strands that way as you move on. Remember guys, these are just quick styles that you can adopt on lock strands which seems to be with large volume. For instance, the wicks. Guys, you can adopt this style. It's an inverted fishtail braid which lies low on the scalp surface. Unlike the other kind of fishtail braids, guys, this fishtail braid is usually formed by wrapping or else interlocking the lock strands once and not twice. Don't let the lock strands go underneath, unlike the other fishtail braids. Guys, here we don't draw a figure eight. So let's secure our styling at this part. We are done with both sides. Now we are at the center part. We are going to duplicate the same. But guys, you also need to like my work, comment and share to your friends. So let's quickly do so. Pick the first section, let it lie low on the scalp surface. Pick the second section as well. Remember, this style is usually formed by interlacing the lock strands that way. Don't draw a figure eight shape. Since we need the strands to lie low on the scalp surface, you just need to pass the strands once, like on my case. You can have a look, guys. Very simple for our beginners. Pick additional lock strands and repeat the sequence downwards. So where the gapping seems to be larger, try and interlace the lock strands twice so that you can catch up with the rest of the lock strands. Pick the lock strands from underneath as usual and incorporate them to the braiding section. To support my YouTube channel by joining membership. We're going to disguise our yarn by picking two of the longest strands. Okay. Then create a knot at the bottom. can as well go ahead and secure the knot so that it doesn't come out. This is a nice look for locks which are long, and it's a nice way of, you know, coming up with intricate styles whenever you are faced with challenges, more so dealing with large locks like on this case. So try out this one, guys. It's a wonderful style. It's a quick style, guys, which is not so much complicated, which I believe that home beginners can cope with. Thank you for finding time to watch my tutorial to the end. Like my work, comment, and share to your friends. Let's meet in the next tutorial, guys.